Yesterday, I was really pleasantly surprised by the Essence and Up collab, which is part of the Sisterlove collection for fall 2024, which is with Disney's Pixar. And I think today is also gonna be pretty good. I've done some swatches, I've looked at these products from the Catrice and Finding Dory collection, and I think it's promising. We're gonna be doing a look, I'm gonna be showing you some swatches, I'm gonna share my first impression thoughts. Let's get into it. Alright, let's first get into these palettes. I decided, I don't know why, I don't know what came over me, but I decided to buy both of the palettes in this collection. I was just looking at them on the website on Boozy Shop and I was like, these look so good, I'm just gonna try both. So first up I have here 010 Just Keep Swimming. I think this packaging is really cute in real life, like looking at it, it's very 3D, it has the metallic details, I like the shape even, like usually I'm not that much into like irregular different shapes, like just give me something that's square or something like that. But I actually think this is looking pretty cute. I quite like the packaging, and then the actual color story of this is quite neutral cool. It's a little taupey. I quite like the colors in here, and there are some quite beautiful shimmers in here as well. And I feel like as a whole this palette swatch really nicely. The matte seems very smooth, very silky, quite pigmented, and the shimmers just really pretty, kind of shimmery. This shade over here, which is called I'm Dory, is kind of like lilac-y to blue. It is shimmery, it is duochrome. I think this is a really promising palette. I still need to see it on the eye, but just the swatches made me go like, ooh, maybe this is a good formula. And then I also got the one in 020 Great Barrier Reef. This one also has a very fun packaging with the orange, with the coral, with the kind of like bronzy metallic details. Once again, really love the packaging. Like I didn't realize at first when I got this in, but when I actually like started swatching and starting looking at it, I was like, huh, I liked it. Alright, this color story is a little bit rosy, but it has some warm roses, it has some corals in there as well. It's definitely on the warmer side, so be aware of that. You could think it's more pinky, but it's definitely swatching quite warm. And this one also has some really beautiful shimmers and mattes. It doesn't go super deep, I'd say, because this is a cake liner, and then it's kind of like light to mid-tone, so keep that in mind, but it swatched really nice. I mean, both the shimmers and the mattes look beautiful. Alright, I zoomed you in. I already did my eye primer. For today's video, I have something in mind. So we're gonna go into this neutral palette, and I'm gonna go into the shade Sharp to start out the crease, because I also have a liner that I think is gonna fit well with this palette. Okay, this is a really powdery shade, a lot of kick up in the pan. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. A lot of eyeshadow formulas that do this actually work really well on the eye. That is quite pigmented. Maybe it's not looking perfectly smooth right now, I don't know why. I can see a little bit of a blotchiness here in the crease, really strangely. Usually that doesn't happen. Okay, let's see what happens on the other side. It's just grabbing onto my eyeshadow primer a little weirdly. Like here it's fine. I think it might just be a fluke. It might just be my eyeshadow primer. Okay, this is already quite impactful, and that is not the deepest. Well, it is a deeper shade in the palette. I wasn't deliberately doing that, starting out with the deeper shade, but it is actually the deeper shade. So this is basically the drama you can get from this. I was thinking, of course, of that cake liner, but I just told you that the cake liner doesn't really count. It doesn't really swatch like an eyeshadow. You have to like activate that with water, and then you can use it as a liner. Alright, so this is the drama. Of course you can build it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go into shade Loneliness over here, and I'm gonna put that in this more inner part. It just is quite pigmented. It's quite nice. These lighter shades do show up really well, and that doesn't always happen. Sometimes they just totally disappear on the eye. I think that would also be really nice on the lid, but of course today we want to try some different shades. On the lower lash line, I'm gonna grab this shade called Gerald. Also creates some depth. Could have been like 1 or 2 deeper shades maybe in this palette, because we do have a lot of light shades that could have given us just a little bit more variation. Okay, on the lid, I'm first gonna go into the shade Flow, and I think that one is gonna be a little bit like less sparkly, but then we're gonna use a topper as well. That is just more of a standard shimmer, this one, but like quite nice. It's pigmented. There's a bit of a glow to it. Like that works. It's a little like cool toned smoky. Now I'm gonna go into shade I'm Dory. Very excited about that one. I think that's gonna be really pretty. Just look at that shift. It is like sparkly duochrome. Just really beautiful. And just add a little bit of a pop of blue to the palette as well, which does fit the theme. And now for the lower lash line, I'm also gonna go into Swimming, which looks like a really nice cool tone shade. That is really nice. A little subtle on the lower lash line, but I think it would be really nice applied with a finger on the top. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna go into Seashell. That one looks like a really pretty champagne. A nice inner corner shade. I do see some fallout on my face. Like, it's nothing too crazy, but it's definitely there. But I'm gonna go in with something in a bit that might also cause a lot of fallout. So we're gonna clean up a little later. Alright, I also bought the sparkle dust from this collection. This is the multi-use sparkle dust. It's in a very cool packaging. And then it's like this loose powder with this like loose powder lid, kind of loose sparkly eyeshadow topper. Like, you can really use it whichever way you want. Like, you can also use it like tap it on the high points of your cheekbones. We are gonna use it on top of the eyeshadow. I just really want to see what it looks like. I'm just turning it open. It's just completely loose in the pan, of course, and it is shimmer, so it's a little scary. It has kind of like an almost bluish reflect to it, and I'm just gonna apply that over top of that eyeshadow. Is it sticking? I feel like it's almost taking away some of the shine. Like, this looks more shiny than this. Where did all the shimmer go? Is it landing on my face? Well, now I'm kind of seeing something. Is this the most practical way to do this? I don't know. Is it fun? I guess. I'm gonna try and apply a little in the inner corner. I feel like that does more. But it's flying all over my face. I don't think this is a very practical product. It's just everywhere except where you want it. Yeah, I don't think that's really working for me. I don't think I'm liking that. It's just flying around. It's just flying around everywhere. I'm gonna go back in with that kind of like duochrome shade, because I definitely lost some of that, and that is what I thought was fun about this look. Yeah, we're back. We're back in business. That was a little disappointing, to be honest. I tried to take up some of the shimmer, but there's a little still left on my face. It's just the way it is. I think the overall look now is looking good, but I don't think I would recommend that multi-use sparkle dust. Like, maybe if you mix it in with something, but then I'm kind of like, why not just use a liquid eyeshadow? I think that would be more practical. And I have liquid eyeshadows that I really like, so then I wouldn't reach for this. Alright, next product is gonna be the metallic eyeliner. I didn't tell you that I wanted to buy this, but I was really excited when I saw this, because this just gives me summer vibes in the best way. It's a metallic blue eyeliner. This one is in 010 Blue Lagoon. I have been really enjoying Catrice and Essence eyeliners. I do have to say, I'm not an expert, I'm still learning. I haven't done a lot of eyeliner in my life, so I'm gonna do the eyeliner. And it's swatched really pigmentedly, it is really promising. But yeah, I'm not like 100% sure yet about my eyeliner skills. Right, I'm gonna scoot a little closer, and I'm gonna try and do this. Pretty good, I think. It's looking very shiny. I love this for the sea theme. I do kind of feel like, where was this in the summer? Why is this released now? I would have wanted this in the summer. I think that's really cute. It's quite a like out there wing. Usually I don't go this far, but today this is what we're doing. Dipping in again. I always feel like I have a bit too much, but then if you don't have enough, it also doesn't really work. Okay. think this is going better than before. It's going pretty well. But this is also a really nice eyeliner. It's easy to use, it's pigmented. I really love the glow, like the metallic blue glow. I think this is really nice. I do keep getting this in my lashes. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. I think this is pretty cute. Like, this is nice. I think they're pretty even, like it's not too bad. Let's continue with one of the most exciting products, at least according to me, in this collection. We have a Finding Dory liquid bronzer. And this is just called a matte liquid bronzer. I have 010 light to medium. And this looks like such a beautiful neutral, slightly cooler toned bronzer shade. It's definitely not a contour shade, but this is really the type of tone that I tend to go for. So I'm very excited about this. This has quite a lot of product on the doe foot, so I hope I'm not gonna apply like too much. Like, I'm not entirely sure about this pigmentation, but I'm just going in. Okay, this is blending out really effortlessly, very nicely. I wouldn't say it is truly like a matte bronzer. Maybe it dries down a little bit more, but it's more of a skin-like effect. A really beautiful color. I think this is really nice. It looks really smooth. I am really liking this. I think that's nice. I think it's a really nice color. It looks really good. I like the applicator more than what we had in the Summer Obsessed collection. I really hated that packaging style. I did like the formula, but it was just so hard to apply. And I think this is way better. I think this is looking good. Okay, so I did my brows. I did some mascara. I think it's looking really good. I have a few options for blush, or 2 options actually. And one of them is this Tinted Lip and Cheek Jelly. This is the 020 Cuddle Body shade. So it can be used both on the cheeks and on the lips. I'm gonna apply it on both my lips and cheeks. And then I have another blush that didn't swatch amazingly, so I'm kind of thinking you're not gonna see that anyway. We're just gonna apply this on top. Like, if I'd had really high hopes for that one, I might have done like 1 cheek each, but now that I've seen the pigment, I think it might be good to have kind of like a base. By the way, this is not my type of shade. I thought that I was buying a red, and this is more of a like toned down orange. I wanted to do something different. I thought, you know what, let's not do the pink. It feels really nice. It smells a little like soapy. It feels really good. It's kind of like this slightly shiny jelly feel. But yeah, next time I'm just going for the pink. Okay, let's see what this does on the cheeks. It feels a little odd to apply this on the cheeks. It just seems like such a lip product. Let's see how much pigment we're getting from this. I think that is actually looking pretty cute. That's actually looking really nice. Okay, that is quite nice. That is blending out really easily once again. It's just looking a little like jelly, skin-like. It's not overly shiny. If you thought the products from yesterday's video from the Essence collection are a little bit too shiny for you, this is less shiny. And it does seem to dry down. So that is pretty cute. I like the shade more than I thought. I think it's promising. Alright, next up we have the product that I was talking about. And this is the loose powder blush. So this is in a loose powder format. You have a sifter and then you have a hole that you can kind of like move around, because there are 3 different shades in this. I tried to swatch this and I just couldn't get it swatched. One of the issues that I have with these types of product is that I cannot really like put my finger in here. My nails are too long. It's really hard to get it in the right angle. So I had to swatch it with a brush and it was just flying all around. And it's kind of like the same with that loose shimmer. I could maybe apply it with a finger and that would work, but because my nails are so long, I can't really get my finger in there, so I have to apply it with a brush and then it's just flying all around. I'm just taking off the disc, so this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of everything, a little bit of every shade, just to see what that does, if it does anything. I'm just trying to get in there. Like, it looks just very powdery. I feel like that is not doing me any favors. I feel like that is not exactly looking good. Like, 2 of the shades in here are so light that they basically didn't show up in the swatch. And I'm very fair and I do like light pink blushes. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit in the cap. Okay, so we have it in the cap now. I'm gonna try that. Maybe that works better. Like, I'm a little scared to do it with something that has so much glitter in it. Okay, this is kind of working, I guess. Okay, I think I figured this one out. Am I loving it? I'm not sure. I think it looks okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more for the other side. Do I find this worth the hassle? I think the answer is gonna be no. I mean, it's a fine blush, but it doesn't look any better than any other blushes that I own. And I just find this packaging, it's a little much to deal with for me. It just seems a little gimmicky. Blending the edges a little bit. I think that's gonna make it look better. Okay, now I think it's looking pretty cute. But I don't know if it's cute enough to make me look past the packaging. Okay, trying a blush like this and actually like quite liking the way it's looking. I'm kind of thinking I want to get back to that loose shimmer and give it another go by like putting a little bit of it in the cap and just being able to put like a bit of it on my finger. So I'm grabbing the loose shimmer again. I'm a little bit scared of this product because it's shimmer all over. And I'm gonna like pour a little bit of this in the cap. So here we have a bunch of shimmer and here it is on my finger. Okay, that's looking better. Let's see. Is this the way to go? I think it might be. I think that might be. Are you seeing that? Okay, I think this one just has a little bit of a user manual. Am I a fan of having to do this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's working this way. So if you were eyeing this, like there's a way to make this work. Okay, I took way too much. I took way too much. I took so much. It's falling all over my face again. But yeah, this is the effect you can get. This is pretty cute. This is pretty cute. Okay, I'm glad I gave it another go because now I can really see what this can do. I'm gonna take off this lip product. It's actually feeling quite nice. Like, it's feeling good. It kind of dries down, but not in a way that's uncomfortable. It actually feels quite nice on the lips. This is gonna be the last product for this video. This is the Balmy lipstick from the Finding Dory collection, and this is in 010 Turtle Tails. And this is kind of like this, like, darker rose lipstick. It seems pretty shiny in the swatch. I do really like the embossing we have. The packaging of this feels quite nice. Sometimes I do these Balmy lipsticks in their collections, in their Sisterlove collections that just feel a little cheapy, but this one does feel really nice. Once again, it smells a little soapy. I feel like Catrice does that a lot. So let's see what kind of formula this is. So it is quite a sheer glowy lipstick. Feels a little like jelly. Very thin, like really thin. Like your lips are really like gliding over each other. It's so thin and watery and jelly. I'm kind of wondering if this is gonna stay on the lips or if it's gonna like move around and just like migrate all over your face. It's looking quite nice and smooth. It has a nice glow to it. I do like the color, but yeah, it really depends for me on how this is gonna wear, how this is gonna last, because it's really, really slippery. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of lip liner and then I'll be right back for my first impression thoughts. So here we have the finished look, and this was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. I definitely have some feelings. I do think that the finished look is looking good. And mostly I like these products, but not everything went exactly as I was expecting. The eyeshadow palettes, so far I really do like them. I do have to do some more looks because I didn't try all of the colors. I also haven't tried the other palette yet. I'm probably gonna do something like a short with that to show you a look with that as well. The eyeliner I really like. I think it's really beautiful. I would definitely use it again. I would definitely use this in the summer. I think it's a really beautiful shade and just super, super summery. The multi-use sparkle does. I think I kind of figured it out, and I do think it looks really sparkly. It looks really impactful, and there is definitely a reason to have this in your life, but it is a little bit of a hassle to use. Like, it's flying everywhere. It's a loose glitter. It will get all over your existence, but it is pretty once you get that on the eyes. The Tinted Lip and Cheek Jelly actually pleasantly surprised me. I think it looks really great on the cheeks and on the lips as well, and it feels really nice. The bronzer, I'm really a fan of. I think it's looking really good. I really love the color. It's looking really, really nice. I like the applicator much more than what we've seen before. Very excited about this one. Then the loose powder blush. I am not sure. It is a very matte blush. It does look a little bit like a Skin Like Glow now, but it could also be the jelly that is underneath it. I feel like this one isn't special enough to warrant the packaging. Once I review this, I don't think I'm gonna like go back into this because I have matte pressed powder blushes that look basically the same on the cheeks and just are a little bit easier to use. And then lastly, the Balmy lipstick. I think it's pretty cute, but I'm gonna have this on for a little bit. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna give you a little update because it does feel quite smeary still. I do feel like this was a pretty successful video. There are definitely some really nice products here that I'm excited to use more. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!